Get your damn wings off her, Biff, because nobody calls me Chicken Boy. This is the story.
That could have been the entire intro for this episode.
Oh, so now you're allowing me to do Back to the Future intros again?
If it's you just writing that
over?
4 lines.
So this is the story of one of LA's most beloved pieces of fine art and a great representation of Route 66 roadside eye-catching, the Chicken Boy statue.
Chicken Boy statue.
You might know it from Highland Park nowadays, but originally this thing sat on top of the Chicken Boy fried chicken restaurant. Do you know much about this Chicken Boy?
I've seen pictures of it. I know that it had a different head at some point.
No, it never had a different head.
It was always a Chicken Boy?
It was always a chicken. Well, look, you'll see. Spontaneously, I'll tell you. It was the Chicken Boy fried chicken restaurant on that old Route 66 road, Broadway, downtown between 4th and 5th at 450 South Broadway. They opened in the fall of 1969, but to grab people's eyes, they wanted to do something big. 22 feet tall to be exact, and made of fiberglass. It was originally one of the old muffler men that we talked about that was made by International Fiberglass in Venice, but the restaurant wanted to have something along the lines of the Tail of the Pup or Randy's Donuts or the Brown Derby that showed exactly what it was they were selling. I assume the Brown Derby sold hats. So they took the muffler man body and modified it to have a giant chicken head made of fence posts and chicken wire that was made separately by another artist, put on top, and instead of a muffler in his hands, it was a bucket of fried chicken.
It's pretty funny. You can't fix a car with that.
I'd like to see you try. Maybe a chicken mobile or something like that. Chicken Boy's first car. And let it be known, since he was made to be a muffler man, he's the buffest chicken you've ever seen. He's really so ripped. He's yoked. Chicken. Get it?
Yeah.
He was put on top of the restaurant towering over Broadway in September 1969 and helped peddle the Chicken Boy brand of fried chicken, which I hear specialized in a garlicky fried chicken, which I've heard was great. And I've also heard was terrible. Unfortunately, this place I never got to try closed in the fall of 1983 when the owner died. But for some strange reason, the statue of the Chicken Boy lived on. And that strange reason is a woman named Amy Inoue.
Okay.
You know her.
I do?
You don't know her, but I'm sure you've seen her name. I've seen her name every single time I do research for any episode. Like, her name pops up.
Spell her last name?
Inouye. I might be pronouncing it wrong, which is why I call her Amy from now on. Yeah. That's probably a name, like I said, a lot of people recognize because she's a local design artist who, among a lot of other things, has designed the covers for the books put out by Angel City Press.
Oh, okay.
She does all of those.
Those are really good covers.
She first moved to LA in the 70s to go to the Art Center College of Design, and when she came here, she found herself in a new, confusing city that wasn't always welcoming, but whenever she'd drive down Broadway, she'd always see the Chicken Boy, and it would always give her this kind of comfort. Like, it was weird, it was silly, and it was constant, so it became this sort of visual anchor in the middle of her day that she was, like, safe, or like she had a home in the city, and she saw it every day for years. But in the fall of 1983, she saw that the Chicken Boy restaurant had closed, and she started to get concerned over what was going to happen to the Chicken Boy himself. So she called the realtors listed on the building, and they said whoever bought the building would probably just destroy it because they were probably just going to tear down the whole building. And it's Los Angeles. We got to put a parking lot there.
We got to stack 2 different Trader Joe's on top. They're not related at all.
We're not going to save this like the Rialto. This was not something Amy wanted to hear. She kept calling about it to find out more information, and the construction team had no idea who she was or why she cared so much about this Chicken Boy, and eventually they were just like, if you want it so bad, come get it.
Wow.
And I don't know if they just gave it to her or she just paid a little bit of money, but now the Chicken Boy statue belonged to Amy as of May 4th, 1984. The problem was she now owned a 22-foot tall fiberglass statue of a buff-ass chicken human. Like, what is she gonna, what are you gonna do with this?
How do you haul it? Where do you keep it?
That was the problem. I guess her original thought was certainly a museum in town would want this. She ended up having it in storage for 23 years.
Oh my God.
Most of the museums didn't respond to her when she contacted them, and the rest said, this isn't art. We don't want this. So she thought maybe it would go nicely under the Triforium or at the metro, or at like a metro station. This could be like a display at the metro station. None of that happened. Meanwhile, the Chicken Boy started defining her life. Like, it consumed, she's an artist in her own right, but like her life started becoming Chicken Boy. Boy, and she was the Chicken Boy's mom. She's Chicken Mom. Everyone knew she had it, and it became her thing, and she fully embraced this. She started making Chicken Boy shirts to give out to her clients as holiday gifts, and then over the years she added Chicken Boy lapel pins, then watches, Chicken Boy watches, and then more and more things, and word got out of these, and people started wanting to buy them, which was great because she had to pay for storing a 22-foot tall chicken for 23 years.
Yeah, that cannot be cheap.
Eventually, she made a mail order gift catalog of all of her Chicken Boy merchandise that had 14,000 subscribers at one point. One year, she decided that September 1st was now Chicken Boy's birthday, and some listing of annual events grabbed onto that and listed September 1st as National Chicken Boy Day.
Jesus.
And that was when radio shows started calling in to her artist studio on that day to fill time on the air with something weird. So this got more people aware of the existence of Chicken Boy, and then radio shows from out of state started calling in about it, which made even more people aware. And then Amy started getting calls from just random people asking for public viewings of Chicken Boy. Then others started calling saying, I'll volunteer, I'm willing to help clean it, I'll paint it, I'll restore Chicken Boy. And that's when it finally got enough sizzle behind it that Chicken Boy got called up to the big league. The Arco Plaza Underground Mall offered to display Chicken Boy, complete with a live radio broadcast of the unveiling. This lasted a couple weeks before they got sick of it. Back to Amy's storage.
Oh my God.
So Chicken Boy is hidden again. It wasn't until 2007, 2 decades later, when Amy was looking for a new location for her future studio design and gallery, she finally found a building at 5558 North Figueroa in Highland Park that not only accommodated her gallery, but also had a roof that would be perfect for a Chicken Boy.
That's great.
It took winning a grant, selling merchandise, and money donated by the community, but on October 18th, 2007, Chicken Boy was up on top of a building once again for all the public to view. And being on Figueroa, he was once again back on Route 66.
Oh, right.
Chicken Boy is a serious local celebrity that has kind of gone global amongst weirdos. He's been profiled on British TV. He's been mentioned in Esquire and Newsweek. He's been on the front page of the Wall Street Journal.
Oh, my God.
There was a short film about him called Chicken Boy, a chicken with attitude, in which he comes to life and becomes a blues singer. There's a
just because you have muscles doesn't mean you have attitude. Let's just make that clear. You can be ripped and a nice guy.
Look at me. There's a mosaic on the sidewalk out front of Chicken Boy.
Jeez.
There's now Chicken Boy mugs, pens, patches, toothpick holders, a purse, a back scratcher, books, all of which you can buy online or in the gallery gift shop, which also has a little chicken museum in it. You can also go on the website and download a Chicken Boy membership card that you can print out and put in your wallet. We got to do it. It's pretty cool. He's become an icon of Highland Park, and according to Amy, at least, he's the Statue of Liberty of Los Angeles.
Yes, he has.
Give me your hungry. Give me your wings. Give me your nuggets. She won the Governor's Preservation Award for her work with him in 2010, and she plans to get him granted historical status as well. And people just have this sort of visceral reaction to Chicken Boy, which at first I thought was a little grandiose, but as I was reading it, I was thinking, oh my God, we're Chicken Boy. We're the little weird thing that can't find a home. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. The story of his saga has been too tall to live, too weird to die. And the best explanation Amy has given for why she went through, at this point, almost a 40-year-long relationship with this 22-foot tall modified muffler man is the same justification anyone could use for why we keep the tradition and memory of Route 66 itself going all these years after it's been deemed obsolete.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's fun.
That's the only explanation she has. It's fun and she likes it.
There are no better reasons to do something.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, it's fun and it's dumb and I like it.